Jordanians came to line the streets of their capital. The cortege drove through the center of Amman. King Hussein held their country together for 47 years. He dominated their lives. He overcame political and military disasters. He earned the respect of his enemies and the loyalty, even the love, of his subjects.
By the time King Hussein was Abdullah's age, he'd fought off coups, he'd survived assassination attempts, and he'd been to war with Israel. This unique state occasion is a big test for the new king, as monarch and as a man who's burying his father.
Tens of thousands of Jordanians turned out. Their pain, their sense of loss is real. In places they surged forward to try to touch the coffin. Outside, the procession was approaching the palace. The mourners almost overtook it as it went through the gates. The coffin was taken into Ragadan Palace. They set it down in the throne room, facing Mecca, the holiest place in the Islamic world. King Hussein traced his descent from the Prophet Muhammad. King Abdullah led the mourners. Then came the princes. Outside, more than 50 kings, presidents and prime ministers and hundreds of other dignitaries waited for their turn to go in to pay their last respects. King Hussein's coffin was taken towards his grave by soldiers from the Royal Jordanian Army. The parade might have pleased the British drill instructors who taught Hussein how to be a soldier when he was a young man at the military academy at Sandhurst. The army was the bedrock of Hussein's power. It will stay loyal to King Abdullah, who's a professional soldier, general. Behind came the leaders of most of the world. It was dignified and somehow informal, rather like Hussein himself. Queen Noor watched from a little way off. King Hussein was buried close to his father and his grandfather, who was shot dead next to him when he was a boy. The king is the first of the current generation of aging Arab leaders to die. If Hussein's dreams can still flourish without him, their children have a chance of peace. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Amman.